Zesty, meet YouTube. YouTube, Zesty.
Hey guys.
All right, so you just met Jamie, really quickly, the owner of Zesty Tesla here, and I'm gonna show you Zesty all around a little bit. It is a very clean, modified Tesla right now. Nothing super custom on it. The frunk build we're gonna do is we'll say not, top notch, but it's definitely not the bottom. It's gonna be something unique, something that will show off well, but not super crazy, and it's something that she can daily the car with. This is Zesty. She's got some nice Vorsteiner wheels on there. The orange and black theme all the way around. She is going with carbon fiber accents. So the forged carbon. So this is forged wrap, of course. But we've got some mirror caps to put on. She's going to try and replace these with some forged ones if you know anybody. But she's got a nice forged spoiler back here. So doing the forged theme a little bit. But I like that the bottom is actually gloss black. It is plastic, so it's not going to be breaking. It's a full replacement on the diffuser there. Some nice side skirt setup. And it's just good because if you hit it, you can repair it easily compared to carbon fiber. But yeah, so nice clean car. And we're doing a frunk build. So it is empty right now. And we got a whole bunch to put into it. All right, so we're going to keep going. We've already done the 3P. We've done the compressors. What else do you need next? You need a tank. And for that, of course, we are doing big things. Universal Air's tank, the glow tank. Heck yeah. So this is just a little Universal Air sticker. If you want one, hit them up. They usually give them out pretty easily. These are double-sided on, thick bad boy. But yeah, this is their large glow tank. Now, of course, this is badass because it glows. It's got LED ring on both sides. You can see the wiring harness right here that comes off of both sides here. But why I think it's badass is because the end. It is all billet, which is awesome. It makes it a little heavy, so the entire tank system is pretty heavy. But this billet section here can be flipped either way you want it to be able. So you've got two ports over there, a quarter and a 3/8. Then you got a quarter and another quarter. So this can be this way or that way. You can have one way and one the other way. You just pop these 4 bolts off, flip it, and reverse it like that. Now it does come with end caps on here, so you can, these end caps will go right over it. And just like that, bad boy. Now it does come in silver, so you can get this whole section in silver if you wanted to instead of the matte satin black. But the black is pretty clean. Yeah, it also has its billet underneath, so the bolt holes are, it's pretty heavy, but there is a there and there, so you can actually bolt it from underneath so you don't see any hardware. Now, that's the benefits, right? It glows. It's got a bunch of ports. You've got 4 on each side, 4 and 4. Adjustability there. That's badass. Downfall, it does not come with a controller. So you do have to purchase one of these small controllers. It's only 10 bucks, and you need a Y. So this is a Y right here. So this one and that one both have to plug into the Y. And then that will plug into your controller. Then I usually just cut this, add a power and ground to it, or a switch, either way you want to do it. It is Bluetooth. That little tiny controller is Bluetooth. So I really don't like that you have to have cord on both sides. I would love it if there was a way to do it with just one cord, but when you have a whole LED set up over here and over there, I totally understand why. If you've seen my STI build that we did, I've got 2 of those in the back seat, and we hid the wiring really well. You don't even see any of it, but yeah, it is easily to be hidden. The other section, of course, is that it is heavy. It is really heavy. I think it's just at 43 pounds, I believe it is. I know it's in the 40s. So you definitely have to make your structure really strong for it. Also, it does not come with hardware to mount. So I believe they're 5/8 bolts. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you do need to get your own hardware to mount it. So you have to buy the controller, the Y, and some hardware to mount it. But this is a super clean setup here. No matter if you have nothing else in your trunk and you just have this on there, even if it didn't light up, you can buy their billet one that doesn't have the glow section to it, but it's just super clean compared to most tanks, and you don't have to do anything with it. So universal air glow tank, we're using that bad boy. Now you already saw our compressors here, and we do have a stand. So I purchased these off of a company on Etsy. This is their buzzchopshop.com. But yeah, I actually bought them through Etsy. They go for almost all the compressors will fit on there, as in different sizes, lengths, the 444, 485. Almost all of them, you can see that they are slotted right there. So for different sizes, it is the angle mount. I'm not sure what the degree is. I couldn't find that when I purchased them, but I might have to angle that more or less. Not really sure yet. We are going to be doing cool new airlines that I found. They're not new, but new to me. This is Orange Airline. It is DOT airline, 1/4 inch. And it's pretty inexpensive for, I think it's 50 feet. But yeah, we're going to be using that with our management. We're also going to do something with polyfill. So this is like what you'd put inside of a pillow, or I don't know, whatever the hell you stuff. You just get stuffed with it. Toys and what have you, a bear. We're going to light it up underneath with some LEDs. We are going to do some bulkhead fittings. So I've got some bulkheads right here. And yeah, so some custom stuff going on, some not so crazy custom stuff. We also have some water traps from them. I'm not sure if we're going to use these or not yet, but if you're going to be using a water trap and you're going to display it, these are the best ones because they're super clean and easy to open and close in the bottom versus, and it's a new design. They did have some old issues with them, but the redesign is great, so no problems with that. But they're super clean. So I'm not sure if we're going to be mounting them out in front yet or not. Haven't really decided there, but it would be look super nice if it was right here, airline coming out. Yeah, so we've got 2 of those. Let's see what else we got going on here. This is a new thing, and I'm going to show you more about this later, how we're going to customize this, but this bad boy is acrylic. And this is made from a friend, from another friend, and that is going to slide right onto this thing. And that's where our management's going to be mounted. So you're going to see that later, but pretty cool. If you're going to do it, if you're going to bag your car, I really feel like you got to go to the best. There's definitely benefits and of their stuff, and there's some downfalls, of course. Nothing's going to be perfect, but if you're trying to bag your car and you want it to last, you're going to keep your car for a long time. You're not just swapping things out because you're only going to have it for a year or 2, because a lot of people only do that. Then buy this. Let's see if they changed anything since the last time we did this. Oh wow, they've already got the fittings already on them, so that's kind of cool. So this one already has their 1/4 inch fitting. It is a nice DOT fitting. Make sure, I've actually messed this up myself before, make sure that this is in proper function. So the bag should roll. I've had one of these flip before on accident, so hey, everyone makes mistakes. But yeah. Only thing I don't like right now is the airline is really close. I probably can't see that. Yeah, there you go. See that the airline is really close to that top plate, but I'm guessing they just really wrenched it down in there, and it's tight, so that's good. But all this comes already pre-tightened. You have a good lock nut underneath. Only other thing is sometimes I have to cut this down. This is it's pretty long, and you don't like this sticking down too far. So sometimes I have cut that down a little bit, but it goes just like this. This is the bottom, this is the top. All right, some nice heavy duty shocks here. So of course they are adjustable. They have really easy way to adjust them up top. That's your adjuster. It even says hard or soft. And then one of their newer redesigns is they actually have the full replacement piece up here. This is awesome. This is like a billet piece. It's heavy duty. So you're gonna have a nice bushing, nice stiff upper top there. Everything's just made better. It's made better than the other stuff I've installed. I've installed everything. Yeah, can you get away with something smaller, less expensive? Yeah. You want the good stuff? You're gonna pay for it. All right, so pretty basic. For the rear, you got a shock, you got your airbag, replaces the spring, so your air spring there. Pretty straightforward, not really hard for the rear. These are a different type of airbag. These Continental bags can be messed up if you don't do it right. So read the instructions, people. So just a couple things that I wanted to touch on with these. All right, so they have changed their design a little bit on here. They now have a 90-degree fitting on their AN hose setup over here. And so it is a swivel. And it also allows you to lower this even farther. So some of the older ones were straight down and you couldn't lower this. So right now you can lock it to about right here before you can't lower anymore. Probably shouldn't need to lower it any more than that, but you can. Also, it's already got the DOT fittings in there and the nice AN line. Now, almost other than airlift, no one else uses actual leader hoses. That's what this is called, a leader hose. No one else uses leader hoses other than airlift. So airlift bag suspension, theirs usually come with them. For front airlines, you don't really need them in the rear for most cars. But Universal has them on all their bags for the front. So, and it's got a nice way to mount it. So if you never seen that before, it's got a good mounting section where all the rest of them don't have anything, so you have to use different types. So yeah, I love it for that reason. It's got that, everything is powder coated, welded, heavy, strong welds. This is like legit, too legit to quit right here. That was really cheesy. Also, locking nuts on top. No one else uses locking nuts. Like these are just small things, but it makes a difference in the long run. And then here's your dampening adjustment. So you saw the suspension out of the box, pretty straightforward. You could just tell that their stuff is made a little higher quality. That's where you're gonna pay some more. If you want good stuff, you gotta pay for it. The install of it's pretty straightforward. The suspension isn't crazy in one way or the other. It's all pretty easily installed. We're gonna be doing the frunk setup first and then install the suspension. We're waiting on some camber arms in the rear for her vehicle, but I'm gonna start the trunk setup or frunk setup first, make sure everything fits well and all that. I'll be diving back into this here and there and show you what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. Yeah, this should be about 3 days, more or less, but we're waiting on a switch panel. She wants to have a certain switch panel and a couple other things. We're gonna doing a lot of electrical on this one. Also 4 different controller boxes types lights for LEDs. The management's gonna have a little controller LED on it. The tank is a glow. There's a whole bunch of LEDs going in here. So, you know, with Tesla, you got to light up the night. Going to space. Anyways, so today is done. It was just unboxing stuff. You see the car, and I can't wait to see it on the ground for sure.